So let's go ahead and get started. So this is our counseling department there at Harlingen High. So we are through Alpha, and we also are through the endorsement. So if you notice, this is our list of our counselors. We also have our migrant counselor, Ms. Lourdes Martinez, and our new directions counselor, Ms. Reyes. Our CTE and dual enrollment counselor is Ms. Robles. So these are our list. This is our number 427-3600, extension 1033, if you need to call the counseling department. So most importantly, we like to kind of go over the graduation requirements. You are juniors, so most of you guys are pretty much a little bit more halfway done as juniors going into your senior year. So these are our graduation requirements. If you notice, you have your course area, your English, math, science, social studies, your PE, your language other than English, which can be your Spanish or your French, your fine arts, and your electives. We have the foundation graduation program that is 22 credits. And then we have the foundation graduation program with an endorsement. And that is a total of 26 credits. Once again, this is the required credits that you need for graduation, okay? And the foundation plan with endorsements. So what endorsements do students earn? A student can earn more than one endorsement. These are the endorsements. You have the STEM endorsement, the business and industry endorsement, the arts and humanities, you have the public services, and you have the multidisciplinary. And so these are the 5 endorsements. So some students can earn maybe one, you're going to earn one, but you can earn 2, 3, 4. So you can earn more than one. You will find out with your counselor and what endorsements you've earned so far. Over here on the right-hand side, you will notice where it says performance acknowledgements. And so a student can earn a performance acknowledgement in outstanding performance in 5 areas. And the first one is in a dual credit course. So once again, if you're taking dual, you more than, I believe you have to have a 12 hours of dual credit course for that. The second, you can earn a performance acknowledgement through bilingualism or biliteracy. That's taking a 3rd foreign language. It can be Spanish, or it can be French 3, Spanish 3, French 3. Number 3, you have to score a 3 or higher on an AP exam. So that is something also that you can earn a performance acknowledgement in. Number 4 is PSAT, ACT, or an SAT score. And 5th, you can earn it through earning a state recognized certification. So for example, your CMA, if you're taking CMA or dental, any of those state recognized certifications, you can earn a performance acknowledgement. Next, we have the EOCs. So most importantly, part of the graduation requirements is that a student passes or masters all 5 of the end of course assessments to meet graduation requirements. So your English 1, Algebra 1, and Biology is taken 10th grade at Gano. And then sophomore year, you take only English 2. Now, however, I know you all are juniors. Last year, due to COVID and the situation, students, TEA issued a waiver for English 2. So if you're not sure if you've earned that waiver, you can always contact your assigned counselor to find out and make sure and double check that you've earned that and your English 2 was waived. This year, juniors take the U.S. history. This is your last EOC. So once you've taken all 5 and you've passed all 5, you've completed this for graduation requirements. There is a time limit to complete each exam. So right here is something that I really want to stress. This is the new TSI kind of revised. So if you notice, it says new. So the TSI is required for everybody that wants to go to college in the state of Texas. And so the Texas Success Initiative Assessment 2 is a revision of the first one. So some of you may have or heard about the new TSI. And if you haven't, so with that comes cost. So for both parts, you're going to have a math. And now you will have a reading and writing combined. So basically it's two that you would be signing up for. So one, the math, and the next one would be the reading and writing combined, which $10 for both, or $5 for each part, or you may qualify to only pay for $4 for both, or $2 for each part. And once again, to find out if you qualify for that amount, you can contact your assigned counselor. The ELR is one of the things that is very important, because if you notice in parentheses, it says you must take the new ELAR if only passed writing or reading before January 11th, 2021. So for example, if a student took the writing in December 1st and the reading and only passed one of them, and you didn't attempt it again, so you're gonna have to take the new one, which is a combination. It's now combines the reading and writing, so it's just one that you have to take. It does come with new scores, so the college ready scores are right there, 945 to 990, and in the essay you have to have it between a 5 and an 8. Okay, or you can have a 910, 944. It takes you to a diagnostic test. With that, you have to be in a level 5 or 6, and with that essay, it has to be a 5 to 8. So that's just some information on the now the reading and writing together. The math scores as well are also there. You have a 950 to 990, or you can earn a 910 to 949 with a diagnostic level 6. So that's something to keep in mind. Those are the new scores. Exemptions stay the same. So if you have taken the SAT or ACT, you could be exempt from the TSI, given that you've reached those scores. 480 or higher on the reading and writing, 530 higher on the math. For the ACT as well, the ACT, you have to have a 23 or higher in math, 19 or higher in English, and so forth. So, and once again, the TSI 2-year colleges require this, but not the SAT or ACT. Okay, so just something to keep in mind. Dual enrollment. So dual enrollment, basically, you can receiving qualifying scores on the ACT, SAT, or TSI compliant. You have to make sure that you've reached those scores, you met those scores to be eligible for dual enrollment. The cost of the tuition, the good thing, it's paid by HCISD. So yes, you don't have to pay for anything. You can be taking college courses while in high school and you're not paying for anything. So that's a good thing. So basically, dual enrollment is a student taking a high school and college course at the same time. Credit is granted if the student earns a passing grade at the end of the term. Grades are recorded on the high school transcript and the college transcripts. So you'll have a high school transcript and you'll also graduate and you also have a college transcript. So if you have any questions regarding dual enrollment, you can call the office, the 427-3600, extension 1140. For further information, Mrs. Diana Robles is our dual enrollment counselor. So you can go ahead, if you have any questions, contact her for enrolling in dual enrollment for senior year or possibly the summer. So what are the courses offered for dual enrollment? Dual enrollment courses offered at HCISD, we have a list here. So Algebra 2, we have pre-calculus. So if you notice these numbers that are next to the course, that is the hours that the student can earn. So here, Algebra 2, 3 credit hours. We have pre-cal, you have calculus, statistics, English 3 and English 4, US history, government, public speaking, psychology, sociology, music appreciation, anatomy and physiology, biology, and Spanish 3. So these are the courses. Of course, they're also on our course bulletin. So if you have any questions, you can refer back to that. The dual enrollment, so this right here, Texas Common Course, I'll kind of show you a little bit later where you can access this. This is really good to use, good information when trying to figure out if this dual course will transfer to the college or university that you're planning on attending. So for any student athletes that are interested in possibly playing a D1 or D2 college level sport, this is the NCAA and NAIA college play. So the NCAA is basically for the Division I or Division II. If you're interested in doing that, you'll have to go to this website and you're gonna have to register with the NCAA. Okay, so for D3 or unsure what division, you can go ahead and create a profile page. Okay, so these websites will be good for you to go to if you decide to play college sports after high school. Okay, so AP exams. So this spring, we will be having AP exams. And so what I wanted to make sure was that you all save the date. Make sure you put it in your phones, you put it on the calendar. To keep in mind, week 1, AP exams will begin May 3rd through the 7th. That will be for week 1. Week 2 will be May 10th through the 14th. And as of now, we have, from what I know, we are going to be testing in person on campus. So that's for the AP exams. Once again, that's May 3rd through the 7th and May 10th through the 14th. If you have any questions regarding AP exams, please don't hesitate to contact the counseling office for that. This is the good stuff. So some of you may be familiar with Remind, obviously. So with Remind, we have now our counseling department has a Remind. So this is a good way to stay connected and know what's going on within the counseling department. Basically, it's, it's friendly reminders, you don't forget. So class of 2022, you will go ahead and you will text to the 81010 number, and your Remind code is right here. It's your grade 2822. Okay, so that's what you will do to get onto the Remind. So if you have a chance, please do that as soon as possible so you're not missing out on important information, especially with, the spring coming up, so much stuff happening. So you guys can stay connected and informed as well. So this is really good. After this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share, I'm going to take you to the Harlingen High School website. One of the most important things that I noticed is a lot of parents and students sometimes don't know exactly where to access or find certain links in our webpage. So I'm going to show you while you're writing that down. So don't forget, join Remind, guys. I'm going to go ahead and show you our website. So if you noticed, you'll know that you are on the Harlingen High School website. It says Harlingen High School at the top. Okay, so once you are here, you are going to go find this link where it says staff. So if you notice, as you go through these links, a little pop-up thing comes up. So a little, info box comes up. So meet the principal, administrative team. So you're going to go to counselors. So now that when you're at when you click counselors, you're going to come across the counseling department webpage. So this is very important right here. This is where we will be posting a lot of different information. And if you've noticed, the Remind codes, in case you do forget, you can always go back and they are right here. So that's just something that you guys can go back and check on. So if you notice, here are all our counselors. This was created by Mrs. Leal. And like I said, dedicated counselors, even from a distance, we're always here, phone call, email, away. And if you notice on the right-hand side, you have several links. So counselors and support staff. And if you notice, now you'll see all our emails. So if you have questions and you need to get a hold of your counselor, or you need to call or contact, here are our extensions and our emails. So this is something very important also as well. Okay. You have advanced placement, AP, ACT dates. You have several links in here. We even have SAT, ACT practice test on here. So this is where I wanted you, anyone that's interested in dual and you don't know if that dual course will transfer to the university or college that you are attending, you can always check here. So this is a Texas Common Course numbering system. So you can always go to that link there. And also AP. If you get AP credit, you can also check with the AP credit placement. The link is right here. So this is our PSAT sign up form for our juniors. So if you are interested in taking the PSAT, this is the sign up form that the link. So make sure you do click the right link and you sign up, because this one says, if you notice, for sophomores. So this one's for sophomores. This one will be for juniors. So this will take you to the PSAT sign up. If you've already signed up, and great. If you haven't had a chance, go ahead and visit the website, click here. It will take you out so that way you can get signed up to take the PSAT. Okay. You know what? Let me click it just so you guys can see it. So this is what you'll kind of see. PSAT test day is Tuesday, January 26th. Location is the mini gym. Be there by 7:45. And once again, all COVID guidelines will be followed. Okay. So if you notice, we even put the town hall information on here. We have several things about dual enrollment, other courses, CTE courses. This one is what I wanted to show you. This is our HHS Counselor chats. So if you guys got used to using the scan code, you can get your phone, make sure you can scan it, and it's going to take you to a form, and you can fill out, and it will go directly to your assigned counselor. If you need to get a hold of them, chat with them, anything that you may need, this is it. And if you notice, you will, if you don't know who your counselor is, just look at the bottom and it says it has their alpha. So if you're alpha, for example, me, I have LOP through PA. You can go ahead and scan the code and I will get the form and I can contact you as soon as I get that. So this is very important. So this will be up here for the remainder of the year, as far as I know. And this is some more information. So I wanted you all to notice where it says TSI, new satisfactory scores beginning January 11th. So now you will see the ELAR and the math only. So before it was reading, writing, and math. Now you will only see the ELAR, and you'll have the scores there as well. And also for SAT, AP, and so forth. So that's some really good information there as well. So this is our page. So once again, please visit this page. Remind codes are up there. Join Remind. If you haven't been able to, if you didn't get the Remind code, remember class of 2022, your grade, or you are GR 822. Join as soon as possible so you guys don't miss out. So that's pretty much my end of our side on behalf of the counseling department. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Miss Delicia Sanchez, and she's going to cover the college and career information with you all.
Yes, good evening. Thank you so much for that. And like she said, my name is Delicia Sanchez. I'm one of 2 college and career advisors at Harlingen High School. Belen Valdez is our other college and career advisor, and we've been in this position. This is our 6th year. So we're really glad and we're really excited to start working with you. And junior year is such an important time. So thank you for being on this call, and we hope you get good information from us. It is an HCISD district initiative that all seniors in HCISD apply to at least one college and financial aid during their senior year. So that, just keep that in mind for next year. Everyone will have to apply to at least one college and do the financial aid application, regardless if you actually intend to go. The district does want you to have options available, so that's going to be a requirement for y'all. If you can go back one slide, please. So this is our contact information. Our office hours are 7:45 to 4:45 p.m. If you are on campus, we are located in HHS 6103, and then our emails and our phone numbers are on there as well. We are available for contact at any time during these office hours, and we can also help you with one-on-one Zoom appointments if you'd like that as well. So we also have a remind. This one is specific to the HHS College and Career Room. Most of y'all got the information for tonight's event through that. And so this is, again, specific to our room. So we're going to share scholarship information, events related to college presentations, college tours, anything like that is going to come through our remind. In addition to that, we also are on social media. Those are our platforms, and it's at HHS CCR. And then lots of people wonder what we assist with. And I just put a list of what we do. This is a brief list, but basically anything related to the college and career process, we assist with. So college applications, the financial aid, scholarships, test registration for SAT, ACT, military recruiters, we work with them as well. So anything relating to the college process, we can assist you with. And then again, this is the remind code for you, for your class. So it's at GoCards22. We do use remind as our primary mode of communication since we don't have an actual class. And you can text us back on there, and the replies only come to me or Ms. Valdez, so it is secure. And this is for students and parents of the class of 22. We have already started utilizing this, so if you know of someone who's not on our remind, please encourage them to get on it. We've sent out a few scholarship opportunities as well as a college presentation. So we're just going to keep rolling on that as we continue throughout the spring semester. Really quickly, just wanted to tackle some misconceptions about college. So usually when people think of college, they think of what they see in the movies. They go off to a four-year school. It's really far away from home, but that's actually not the case. So college can be anything from an associate's degree, which is 2 years of study, either in a trade like welding or construction, or it could be 2 years of your basic, where you start at a community college and transfer out to a university to finish a four-year degree. So it can be an associate's. It could be a bachelor's degree, which is at a larger college for 4 to 5 years, and you graduate with a bachelor's degree. But it can also be a certificate. So a certificate is available at a school like TSTC, Texas Southmost College, a vocational school that offers a certificate in a trade area. And these certificates can be anywhere from 6 to 8 months, but that is also college. So college is really for anyone who wants to go. There's lots of options available, and there's lots to study from. So if you're not sure what you want to do, we can definitely help you with that. And then all the information that we're covering today for our room was sent in the email if you pre-registered. It's the college readiness packet for juniors. And if you didn't pre-register, it is available on our website, which I'll show you at the end of the presentation. So there are 4 main ways to get ready for your college applications. And your college applications will open up as early as July 2021. So that is in a few months. So these are the 4 big steps that we recommend on behalf of the college and career advisors. So the first one is going to be to research colleges. The second one is going to be register and take your SAT, ACT tests. The third one is going to work on your essays and resume. And the fourth one is going to be accumulating letters of recommendation. And we're going to go through all of this in just a second. So the first one, researching colleges. This is very important because you want to be prepared so that when senior year comes around, when applications open, you're ready to apply and you're not doing all this research then. How can you research college? In our readiness packet, we gave you some example questions. It can be anything from where do you want to be located at? Do you want to be in the Valley, in San Antonio, out of Texas? It can be, does the college have what you want to study? If you want to be a veterinarian, do they have a pre-vet track? Do they have a program that will get you there? The cost of a college is also important. And so we recommend that you do excuse me, that you do your research now. And in the light blue boxes on here, these are some websites that we do recommend that can help you with this research. And again, it's in the college readiness packet. But the goal is to come up with a list of 3 to 5 colleges that you will be applying to senior year. So when researching your colleges, it's kind of important to understand what you're looking for. There are different ways to be accepted into a college, and this is what I'm going to talk about on this slide is only relevant to 4-year colleges. If you are applying to a 2-year school or a vocational school, they do have open enrollment, so you're automatically going to be accepted there, so that is awesome. This information is specific to 4-year schools. So we're thinking UTRGV, Texas A&M Kingsville, Texas A&M, University of Texas at Austin. All of our 4-year schools are going to go on a process similar to this. In Texas, we do have a rule for the top 10%. They are automatically admitted to any public college in the state of Texas, with the exception of UT. So UT Austin is currently taking the top 6% automatically. And so what that means is when you look at a school's admission requirements, and that's what this chart is on the page. This is an example of an admission requirement. This is Kingsville's. So you're going to look on the left-hand side, you're going to find what percentage you rank in, and then you're going to go across. You can see for Kingsville, top 10%, there's no minimum test score required. If you're in the top 25%, then you're going to need an 830 on the SAT or a 15 on the ACT. If you do meet these scores, that means you're automatically accepted to that college. Okay, so this is just a chart. This chart is available for any college, and the easiest way to find it is just going to be to Google the name of the college plus admission requirements. So when I found this, I looked up Texas A&M Kingsville admission requirements, and this is what it showed me. This is going to go off of the rank at the end of this semester. So whatever you finish junior year, that's the information that the colleges are going to be looking at. And why is that? Because by the time you get new grades for senior year, a lot of college deadlines have already passed. So end of junior year, however you finish that is what you're going to be using as this rank. Another thing, I know here in this chart, we're looking at test scores, but we're going to talk about those in a little bit and the test optional pathway. So we're going to come back to that. Going to that list, your college list of what you should be aiming towards, and this is something that Ms. Valdez and I recommend just because of our experience and what we've seen with our students. Like I mentioned earlier, this is year 6, so we've seen pretty much everything. But a well-rounded list would include 1 safety school, 1 reach school, and 3 match schools. And so what do I mean by that? So a reach school is going to be like your dream school. It might be a long shot for you to get in based on your rank and GPA, but if for some miracle you were to get in, you would 200% be happy going there. So that would be a reach school. Then you go to your match school, which is a larger portion of this college list. And these are going to be schools that you can get into and that they have your program. And then you look at your safety school. So you should have at least 1 safety school. So this would be something like maybe a local school for sure that you know you can get into. You know, if all your other plans fail, you can go there and be okay, and stay home if you'd like to do that. So that's what we recommend. But within this 3 to 5 list, you can kind of mix and match. You can have 2 reach schools, maybe 2 match schools and a safety school, or you can have 1 reach school and 2 match schools and 2 safety schools. So you can do any combination of that, but we really encourage you to keep it 5 or under, because as you apply to these schools, you're also going to have to keep up with these schools. What documents are they missing? What is your decision? You're going to have accounts with each of them. So the more that you apply to, the more work you're putting on yourself. So please, please, please do not go crazy and apply to a bajillion schools. Really spend that time to do your research now, so that come senior year, you're only doing a very manageable list. Right, so step 2, you're going to want to consider taking the SAT or the ACT test. And these tests are only looked at by four-year colleges. If you plan on going to a community college or a vocational school, you do not have to worry about this. So we get a lot of questions on what is the difference between the SAT and the ACT. And here's just a breakdown of the main differences. So first, you have the scale score. SAT, you can get up to a 1600. ACT, you can get up to 36. It tells you a little bit about the structure. It tells you about the time. They're pretty comparable in the time though. So you're looking at about 3.5 hours. And these tests are usually on a Saturday morning. So just keep that in mind. But what I really want to highlight is on the right-hand side, the ACT is reading, writing, math, and science. The SAT is reading, writing, and math. So if you're going into an industry that is science focused or has a lot of science in there, then it might be worth considering to take the ACT versus the SAT. Okay, and this breakdown is also in that college readiness packet. So if you want to look at it more, it's in there. And that's all I wanted to touch, is that SAT is reading, writing, and math. ACT is reading, writing, math, and science. Yeah. Okay. So these are the testing dates for this year, for this spring and into the summer. So these are what we want you to look at. We want you to take the test and retest if you decide that you want to get a higher score, and get all of that done before August. We do have fee waivers available because each test is $60. But the fee waivers are not for everyone. So you do have to qualify. And we look at the federal guidelines for the free and reduced lunch. So if you have received free lunch, reduced lunch by those guidelines, then you are eligible to receive a fee waiver. And that's calculated based on the parent income and then the number of people in the family. And again, this is a federal guideline. It's not our rules, but that's what we determine eligibility with. Can you go back really quick? And then on the right-hand side are the websites that you would go to register. You do need to make an account, and then you would register on that website. If you're not sure if you qualify for a fee waiver, you can contact us on Remind, or email or call us tomorrow, and we can look that up for you. Okay. All right, so this is really the main part of the SATs, ACTs that we need to talk about. So this year for our seniors, the class of 2021, the colleges waived the SAT, ACT requirements. It used to be required, but this year, due to COVID, due to the lack of test dates available and the safety issues, they decided to waive it. So it was optional for our seniors class of 2021. We have not heard what the decision is going to be for the class of 2022. We think it might be optional, but until we are told from the colleges that it is, we are operating like it's going to be required. So we suggest register for the test, take them early. If it ends up being that they do become test optional, great. You've already taken it. You don't have to worry about it. So the earlier, the better here. Again, we do recommend that if you can, you take the test now, and then as soon as we get word from the colleges on what their process is going to be for your class, we will let you know on the reminds on our social media. But testing will not hurt you. It can only help you. And even if, let's say, in later on down in a few months, they do say they're test optional, but you don't meet this criteria for automatic admission, then your test score can help you get admitted to the college. So again, it can only help you. It definitely will not hurt you. So we do recommend you taking it if you're able to take it. We do have test prep available on our website, and I'll go ahead and talk about that when we get there. So number 3, college essays and resume. We recommend that you get these done now. Again, the earlier you get this stuff done, the better, the easier your senior year is going to be, because we have other stuff to consider for senior year. But these are kind of the guidelines that we are going to give you for the essays. So we recommend get them done before August. Get them proofread. You can get them proofread by your English teachers, by your parents. You can send them to us and we'll read them over for you. And the format can be Times New Roman, 12 font, but please try and keep it 1 page single spaced or 2 pages double spaced, and that's it. Okay, why is it so limited? Because admission offices are getting so many essays, they're getting so many documents, and they're really not going to take the time to read more than this. So you need to answer the prompt very quickly. Don't put any fluff, don't put any fillers, just answer the prompt and then get out of there. So again, 1 page single spaced, 2 pages double spaced. There are 3 prompts, essay A, B, and C. We recommend you do all 3, but for sure A and B. And these essays, if you do them correctly, if you do them general and don't say like, I'm applying to Texas A&M University because, if you just say like, this is who I am, this is my story, this is what I want to do with my future, these essays you can also reuse for scholarships later on in senior year. So put in the effort now, and you're going to save a lot of time and effort on the back end. So these are the prompts. These are from the Apply Texas website. If you are not going to be applying in Texas, there may be other prompts, but that you'll find out in your research. So again, we recommend topics A and B, C if you can do it. And these prompts are also available in that college readiness packet. So don't worry if you don't get them now. They are for reference in that packet and on our website. And I'll show you the links when we get there. The next thing is the resume. The college application is going to ask what you've been involved in from grades 9, 10, and 11. So if you compile that information now, you'll save a lot of time when you fill out the application. And so this is what should be on your resume. We want to see your contact information. How can they get a hold of you? Your name, your address, your phone number, your email. But an email that is professional and an email that you're going to check. Don't put pretty pink 52, okay? That's not going to help them. It should be some variation of your name and possibly a number. But again, make sure that it's something you're actually going to check. Any clubs or activities that you've been involved in during these grades, any community service, any awards, talents, anything that you've received. And I forgot to put on here any job experience or internship experience. So my apologies, but anything that you do outside of the classroom in grades 9, 10, and 11, we want this on a resume. Again, this, you put in the work now, it'll save you time when you do the college applications, and you can also use it for the scholarship applications that you apply to. If you aren't sure how to format a resume, there is a format available on Naviance, and the directions for that are in the college readiness packet. So the last big step to prepare for this college application process is to gather letters of recommendation. Why do you need these? Well, actually, let me go back and say, what is a letter of recommendation? So this is something written on your behalf, talking about your character, talking about a time that you really helped them out, basically fighting for you to be accepted into that college or be accepted into a specific major or to get that scholarship. So it's usually written by a teacher, a counselor, it could be a coach, a mentor, or a religious leader. Any adult other than your family. Families cannot write letters of recommendation because then it would just be, oh, you're so cute and he's so great and she's so wonderful and she's just the best kid ever. And so that's, we have to have like a non-biased letter of recommendation. So any adults other than your family. And you should ask for these at least 1 month before you actually need them. When you ask for them, you should provide a copy of your resume and provide a statement of your goals or your essays that you're going to be writing for the applications. You want to make sure that you give the person that you're asking enough information to write a really strong letter of recommendation for you. And then I have examples of instructions and like emails to send out, and those are in the readiness packet. And so looking forward, here's just a really quick timeline of what senior year is going to look like. So July 2021, so here in a few months, all the way through December 21, you're going to be working on admissions applications. You're going to be working on whatever kind of testing you need. If it's SAT, ACT, or TSI, you're going to be working on scholarship applications and you're going to be working on financial aid. Financial aid will open up October 1st. So ideally, if you do your college applications before October 1st, then you switch to financial aid October 1st and you won't have a lot of stuff to worry about. Then next spring, a year from now, so January 22 through May 22, you should be working on scholarship applications. You're going to be getting award letters from the colleges saying this is how much we're going to give you. You're going to be working on a housing application. And you need to decide on your college by May 1st. You need to decide where you're going by May 1st. And keep in mind, this is just a very general timeline for senior year. You're also going to have your classes. You're going to have exams. You're going to have homework. But then you're also going to have your fun senior year stuff, you know, football games, band practices, competitions, stuff that's going to keep you up late at night, your dances, you know, all the fun stuff that we want you to experience as a senior. But the college stuff also needs to take priority and be equal to your other senior stuff. So again, if you plan your time wisely, then you'll be doing college applications before October, financial aid after October, and then after that, it's basically just going to be deciding where you want to end up. Another snapshot. So you are going to have a lot of expenses senior year, cap and gown, prom, Mardi Gras, and all of that. But in addition to that, you will have expenses for the college application process as well. So we already mentioned each SAT or ACT test is $60 per test. If you want to take them multiple times, it's going to be $60 each time. When you apply to a college, most of them will have an application fee, and it's going to range from $25 to $100 each time. So thinking about that college list, 3 to 5 colleges, if you're going to apply to 5 and each application is $75, you're going to be spending close to $500. Okay, I can't do the math right now, but you're going to be spending close to $500. And this is before you even find out if you're accepted to those colleges or not. So be strategic with your list. The TSIs, oh, I forgot to update that to reflect the new TSI, but it's going to be, the price is going to change. It is still $5 per section, but now it'll be a total of $10 instead of the $15. Once you decide on a college or you narrow down your college list to a few of them, you are going to want to put a housing deposit so that you can secure your place on campus. Most of them will require freshmen to live on campus if you're leaving the Valley. So that housing deposit could be anywhere from $200 to $400. And then when you actually decide that you do want to go to a college, you have to register for something called orientation, and that fee can be anywhere from $50 to $200. So as you can see, these expenses for the college application process can add up really quick. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. At the very end of senior year, you'll request a final transcript and it's only $1. But that's at the very, very, very end. So just be mindful when you're doing your research, think about all this stuff too, because there is assistance available, but your parents are also going to need to help you out more than likely with this. And if you want to talk about this more in depth, schedule a one-on-one with us and we can go over that with you. Last week, I believe it was last week, I think it was 2 weeks ago, we did have a session with some seniors from our class of 2020, and they were sharing some of their college experience so far. But this is what they shared specifically for the juniors on how you can better prepare for senior year. So something that they wished they were told, when they were juniors. So these are our former Cardinals that came back to talk to us. But they said it's okay to not know what you want to do or what your major is, but start looking for scholarships anyway. Network with your counselors and teachers for help with the application process. Start looking around at colleges to get an idea. That goes back to our research. Don't start looking for colleges and scholarships too late into senior year. The earlier, the better. Don't be afraid to ask questions and use the resources available to you, and then make the college and career room your best friend. And I promise I did not make them say that. They just learned that the more that they were involved with Ms. Valdez and I, the more that they contacted us, the more we were able to help them, the less stress they had, and then also the more opportunities they received. So something to keep in mind. And that's it. Okay, so now we can go to the website, and I'm going to kind of walk you through the college and career tab. So if Ms. Sanchez, she's going to take us back there. So it's going to be similar to the way that you found the counselor one. You're going to be on the high school website. You're going to go to staff, and you're going to go all the way down to the college and career room. So when you click it, it'll take you to our page. We have on the right-hand side important links. So anything that we're telling you should be working on, we're going to have the links on here. For the college applications, for financial aid, if you scroll down, the links for the testings on there, I will update it with the TSI links. And then underneath the testing is a test prep, and that's kind of what I mentioned earlier. So if you need assistance with studying for those tests, you can click these links. Then we have some printable resources for you. The readiness packet that I've been mentioning, if you didn't get it in the email, it's going to be right here, college readiness for juniors, and right above it is the essay prompts for y'all. So all of the information you can need is on our website. Looking over on the left-hand side, we do provide a scholarship bulletin every month, and we post it on here. This is the current one for January, and we do update it monthly. If you look through this list, a lot of these scholarships currently are only for our seniors, but any that are marked with asterisks, those are available to underclassmen. So you can go in, see if you qualify, click the links, and then you can apply through there. Going down on the page, we do have, so our local recruiters for Texas colleges, this sheet has their contact information, and I'll update that as they change. It also has application deadlines, so you can kind of look at that. If you know you want to go to Texas Tech, you can see, okay, when is their deadline? That way you can already start planning for senior year. Any events that we're hosting, we're also going to have the flyers on there. For example, this one, our test dates, and just really any other important information that we want you to have will be on here for reference. So our website is a really great resource for you. If you know you should be doing something, but you can't remember exactly what we said, come to our website, and more than likely the information will be on there. I do update it pretty regularly. And the information that's on our social media will also be on here. So we try to be as consistent as possible with that. And if you need to get a hold of us, our contact information is on there as well, and ways to contact us. So I apologize if I went through that really quickly. I am kind of a quick speaker. But that was just kind of what we wanted to talk to you about, and help you get prepared for senior year. We will do another one of these meetings in the fall, in the beginning of senior year, kind of going more into depth of like the actual steps to a college application, financial aid, more of the graduation requirements for the counselors. So we will do this again, but we wanted to make sure that you have the information now.